Exclusive details behind Andrei Daescu's $50,000 fine and suspension for illegal substance on paddle, Major League Pickleball announced on May 11th at the first MLP event in Atlanta, stating a player's paddle failed testing due to a foreign substance. We knew the what, now we know the who. It was announced Tuesday that the player was Andrei Daescu. The UPA has announced Daescu has been fined $50,000 and suspended for 60 days of play. In addition to the suspension, Daescu has been placed on probation by the UPA for a year. Daescu submitted a paddle for testing at the MLP Atlanta event that had a foreign substance on it. That paddle was never used in competition. However, Daescu did acknowledge that the paddle's surface was altered. The Dink has learned that essentially Daescu got unlucky. The paddle was dropped off and tested, and it did have an illegal substance on it. The paddle was one of many he had at the time, and it was dropped off for testing by someone mistakenly. It was never intended to be used in competition. The paddle is used in training by Daescu and his team to help his hitting partners simulate an elite level player across from him. Daescu's team believes that the fine and suspension are fair and that the UPA is justified in its efforts to curtail the use of illegal paddles. There is no place in pickleball for those who cannot or will not play by the rules. For pickleball to continue to establish itself as a legitimate sport, there must be world-class standards and organisations to enforce them. UPA continues to work hard to ensure pickleball rules and regulations are in place and adhered to by players, manufacturers, and all participants who impact the game. United Pickleball Association. The amount of the fine and suspension is unprecedented, but it clearly indicates that the newly formed governing body, UPA of America, wants to set an expectation that there will be consequences for these types of infractions. What do you think about this fine? Do you think it was reasonable or it was too much? Let us know in the comments.